the MCAT Cars Podcast, session number 57. Did you know that you can get free Cars passages right to your email inbox every day? Go to jackwestin.com and sign up for his free daily Cars passages. The Cars section of the MCAT gives thousands of pre-meds nightmares every night. Whether you're an ESL student, lack confidence while reading, or a slow reader like me, Jack Westin and the medical school headquarters are here to help you score higher in every section so you can be confident you're ready to get the MCAT score of your dreams. Jack Westin back for some more MCAT Cars podcasts. After last week, my head is still spinning from all those big words, but hopefully we slow down a little bit this week. What do we have in store for us?
Very basic, cool passage.
Oh, basic. I like basic. I can do basic, Jack.
All right. Well, no, you could do complicated stuff. I mean, what you read last week and the week before was pretty crazy. So you could do it, man.
Get a little reprieve. But as we always say, right, don't start reading a passage going, oh, this is going to be terrible, because then it ends up being terrible.
It's so true. So just embrace it. You're about to learn something new and see things from a different perspective on something that you probably never would have thought about on your own, right? Yeah. Unless you're really into whatever they're into. So I say, if you're going to be a doctor, be a good listener. Be willing to listen to your author. Important. Be willing to listen to your patients. I mean, It's the same thing. Yeah,
I like it. All right, that should be some sort of sticker. We got to figure out how to use that. Like listen to your author.
I don't think anything's going to be MCAT and chill. So,
all right. So first paragraph here again. If you want to follow along in the show notes at the MCATcarspodcast.com or in your podcast app as you're listening to this. In theory, Amazon is a site meant to serve the needs of humans. All right. I like it already. So Amazon.com, we're talking about a site, right? A website meant to serve the needs of humans. Yes, because we all need 1 hour shipping of new underwear. All right. So we're setting it up for hopefully a fun passage here, fun article about Amazon.com. The mega retailer's boundless inventory gives people easy access to household supplies and other everyday products that are rarely fun to shop for. All right, so just the author telling us what Amazon is potentially for people who don't know what it is, right? A mega retailer and easy access to household supplies and everyday products.
Great.
Most people probably aren't eager to buy clothes hangers, for instance. So just an example of what we're not eager to shop for. They just want to have hangers when they need them within an hour. There's a brand new Amazon warehouse that just opened up here in Denver. And I'm wondering if we're going to get the 1 hour delivery. That'd be pretty cool.
That's pretty insane.
We'll see. All right. So first paragraph here, we have kind of Amazon as a website, as a company meant to serve the needs of humans, to give us things that we need to shop for, potentially things that we don't want to be shopping for.
Yeah, it sounds good. And I'm hoping they bring out the drones.
Oh, so exciting. Yeah, I would love that. But the constant buzz, they need to figure out a way to make drones quieter, because that buzz is just super annoying.
That is so true, yeah. And you never know what it is. It sounds like a big wasp or something.
It sounds like a whole thing of wasps coming for you. Yeah. Oh, definitely. All right. But when you type hangers into Amazon's search box, the mega retailer delivers, quote, over 200,000 options. So true. All right. So the author here just painting a picture of how vast potentially Amazon, right? It's used this mega retailer twice. So the author is really into showing us how big Amazon is.
Okay.
On the first page of results, half are nearly identical velvet hangers, and most of the rest are nearly identical plastic. All right. So the author just painting this picture of overabundance, maybe. All right. They don't vary much by price, and almost all of the listings in the first few pages of results have hundreds or thousands of reviews that average out to ratings between 4 and 5 stars. So again, the author is just painting this picture of potentially. So here's where we haven't really talked about this in a while. Here's where I get stumped a little bit with the MCAT and cars is I want to read into this by saying that Amazon is a frustrating place to shop. But the author's not really saying that at this point, but he's trying to paint the picture potentially of that. Should I go down that route in my thinking, or should I try to shut off my brain for going there at this point?
That is such a great question. And this is a big problem students have is they bring in their bias. Maybe an overabundance is a good thing. Who knows? Right? Maybe it's not. Probably not. But I don't get a sense of frustration yet. You may get it. It'll probably come up, but we don't see any of those words that clue us to frustration really. Just an overabundance, right? And I think you're very aware of what you're reading and you're pausing and thinking about it, which is excellent. But when you think too much, right, you're going to mess up. So you're doing a great job just holding back and saying, you know what, let's go with the flow. Let me just stick to what the author's saying. And that's very hard to do. It's a skill. It takes time to kind of objectively read things like this.
Okay. Even if you have very specific hanger needs and preferences, there's no obvious choice. So again, the author just painting this picture for us. There are just choices. Okay, so no obvious choice, just choices.
Okay. So all we got, what do we need to know? What do you have to really get out of this paragraph?
That Amazon, if you're searching for something, you are going to be potentially given lots of options, but really nothing specific to buy.
That's it. Now, whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, that's up for debate. Let's keep reading. You don't have to make a decision on that.
Yeah. Hangers, though. It's a bad example. Hangers are... Anyway. All right. Next paragraph. The phenomenon repeats for almost all of the everyday objects Amazon carries. Phone chargers, water bottles, flat panel televisions. So the author here giving other examples of where this, I was going to say frustration, but again, that's bringing in my bias, where this kind of overabundance of choice comes from. And it's not just Amazon. Ooh, all right. So the author here is saying that that's not just the website, not just Amazon.com.
Okay.
The global manufacturing apparatus now has the capacity to churn out near endless stuff. All right. So the author is saying, hey, it's our manufacturing ability, right? Global manufacturing apparatus. We can just make lots of stuff. And so that's potentially the cause of this.
Right. Nothing negative yet.
Yep.
Just explaining the situation.
Just why, how it happened. The industry's output has ballooned 75% since 2007 to $35 trillion, according to one analysis, and millions of livelihoods depend on its continued growth. All right, so the author here kind of taking a turn from just blaming Amazon to, or not blaming, but talking about Amazon with the lots of choice to potentially showing us why this is the cause, because we have this capacity to create all of this stuff. So we do, and lots of people depend on it.
Yeah, a lot of people depend on its continued growth, which may raise some flags, be alarming, but we don't know yet.
Mm-hmm. All right, next paragraph. Over that same period of time, Amazon's success has pushed retailers such as Walmart and Target to carry even more stuff, especially online, and to get that stuff to shoppers even faster. All right, so now the author is bringing in Walmart and Target, right? All of the big box stores here in the US and Amazon, and basically just painting this picture of competition.
Okay, go ahead.
The internet shopping boom has spawned an excess stuff economy in which retailers such as Overstock.com buy up extra product from full price retailers. All right. And now the author is saying, hey, because of all of this internet shopping and all of this stuff, we have other companies that sell more stuff and the extra stuff.
Okay.
Oh man.
There's a lot of things being sold.
Yes. In the case of dropshipment, websites don't even need to have stuff to sell it. Wayfair, for example, lists thousands of products in scores of categories, but keeps almost no inventory. All right, so an example here of another website, Wayfair, where they don't even need stuff. They just drop ship. So you don't really need to know the definition of that, I guess.
It's not. So I want to make this clear because a lot of students get confused. They're thinking, well, I thought they said you have to have a lot of stuff, right? And you see Wayfair and they don't have any stuff. It's not about having the stuff, right? The author's trying to say it's the perception of having it.
Yep.
Having the catalog, the category, the way that these organizations are set up for you to buy things is overabundant. It's going, crazy.
Yep.
Okay.
Instead, manufacturers ship directly to consumers, which helps keep stuff prices down. I like this. All right, stuff prices down. So the example here, right, of talking about the other retailers, Walmart and Target, needing to carry more stuff online and in person, all of that extra stuff being sold to companies like Overstock.com, and then other companies even that don't even have stuff. They just sell stuff and other people ship it and make it and stuff.
Okay.
Wow.
Good.
All right. Basically, we have way too much stuff. Next paragraph. Seeing this ever-expanding variety and choice as advantageous to consumers is tempting. Ooh, okay. So now we're starting, this tries to potentially bring me into the author's point of view. Yeah. And so the sentence here, seeing this ever-expanding variety, so that's one point of view, like, oh, we have this ever-expanding variety and choice. That's awesome. That's good for us. But the author's saying here, seeing it that way is tempting, which tells me that he or she does not see it that way.
Possibly, yeah. Great.
Possibly, yeah. The economic theory that governs many Americans' understanding of consumer choice posits that a free competitive market should drive down prices on the best quality stuff. All right, so the economic theory is the definition given here is this free competitive market should drive down the price. But in the arms race to sell as many sandwich bags or beach towels as possible, a problem has become clear. Variety isn't infinitely valuable. Okay, so that last sentence has thrown me off a little bit. So we have the sentence before talking about economic theory, how we should have prices being driven down for the best quality stuff.
But is it happening?
I guess not, because it says but, right? But in the arms race to sell as many sandwich bags, there's a problem. Variety isn't infinitely valuable. So that's really what throws me off is that last kind of phrase, variety isn't infinitely valuable.
We've talked about this a lot, right? We talked about variety a lot. The whole point of this article so far has been we have a lot of different stuff. You can have many different coat hangers and TVs,
that's not valuable as a consumer.
That's not, yeah. So it's saying to some extent, this is a problem, right? This overabundance is a problem. This is where they established that, right? So it's something to do with this massive amount of stuff is causing the normal way of economics to kind of come down and crumble, essentially. And we don't know exactly how or why or what's causing it. We can probably guess. Right, you have too many options, and it doesn't to knowing which one is actually quality or not quality. Who knows? But that is the big point you need to know. The whole manufacturing economy is producing an overwhelming number of choices, and it depends on this excess. Right, that's the whole point. So it could be a problem, and they're suggesting that at the end.
Okay. All right. So this one was interesting. It had me throughout. I wanted to bring in my own bias, but I tried to stay away from it. But I think in the end, I would have been okay with a little bit of bias in there because it seemed like the author was kind of on my side.
I have a question for you. What is the main idea? Is it more about how there is an excess or the excess is a problem?
Ooh, so that's interesting. So in my mind, right? So I could take your question in two different ways. Main being what was talked about more, which was just the excess. But I think the last paragraph really boils down to the main idea of the author of setting up, really painting this picture and then kind of slapping us across the face saying like, this isn't a good thing.
Yeah, I mean, we cut the passage, the article, but based on what we've read, you have to know excess. When you answer questions, you have to focus on the excess, not the problem. Okay, problem may come up as a question, but it's not the big point of this article. Okay, and now if we read the whole article and we didn't cut anything away, we'll probably think it's probably going down the route of the problem of this excess. So depends on the article, but based on the article we've read, you should know it's all about how we manufacture a lot of excess stuff.
All right. Thank you for another great episode. Hopefully you're listening to this. That means you made it through. Congratulations. I just want to acknowledge you for putting in this effort, putting in the work. Only about 1,000 people or so listen to this podcast. And you are one of those people trying to improve your understanding of what it takes to do well on the MCAT. So I want to thank you. If you are one of those people, go to jackwestin.com. Again, sign up for his free daily CARS passages. If you are looking at his course, you can get a $100 off coupon by texting the word CARS coupon to 44222. Hope you have a great week. We'll see you next time here on the MCAT CARS podcast.
This is MedEd Media.